I'm Rod Jenkins. I've recently graduated from the Centre for Sustainable Chemical Technologies. My background is generally in chemistry. I did a Masters of Chemistry in the University of Bristol. The title of my PhD was Renewable Liquid Fuels from Microbes and Waste Resources. So I looked at a lot of different methods, a lot of different ways to develop new materials. I looked at waste material, sort of like directly changing that and producing biodiesel from that. I looked at novel chemical transformations of current biofuel feedstocks. I did an internship at the National Renewable Energy Laboratory in Colorado, where I looked at very fundamental chemical transformation of biomass. So everything was under the umbrella of renewable liquid biofuels. I think the multidisciplinary part of the CSCT is really important. The different expertise that you get from chemistry, from chemical engineering, and now that it's sort of expanded into biology, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, physics, I think that's very important. We need that expertise to actually start to progress with the things that we're actually looking at. My project was actually between chemistry, chemical engineering, and mechanical engineering, because part of my project was to develop these new biofuels, but also test them on engine. So I would go over to mechanical engineering, test them on engine over there, learn from the expertise of the mechanical engineers of combustion chemistry, but then also from the chemistry side of it, being under Dr. Chris Chuck, who himself is a trained chemist, I then have the lab-based experience there. I'm currently doing something similar to my PhD. I'm working on waste biofuels and how they interact with engine materials, which is a very important part of it. Also going to be working potentially on alloy materials and how they affect combustion. Alloy materials in sort of like the engine itself. My experience with the PhD at the University of Bath, and particularly within the centre, was great. I've always said that joining the centre was probably one of the best decisions I ever made. In terms of public engagement, within the centre, there's so many different opportunities for public engagement. In your first year, you do Bath Taps into Science. You can go to the Cheltenham Science Festival. I actually did it 2 years in a row. I also was involved in I'm a Scientist, Get Me Out of Here. Quite a few of the members of the centre have taken part in and won. Also, I've done a degree of public engagement in terms of writing, in terms of sort of like writing pieces for guest blogs for the Royal Society of Chemistry. One of the main skills that you learn as a PhD student here is how to communicate your research as well as general science. I think that's a really valuable skill to learn.